Welcome to See You on the Internet, a podcast exploring life, love, and the pursuit of happiness in the age of the internet. We're your hosts.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Nicole.
Let's get into it.
Kate, good to see you so soon.
Nicole, good to see you.
Fresh off of our Mother's Day episode. I know when everyone is listening to this, it's not going to be fresh off the Mother's Day. It's going to be a full week, but Kate and I are recording this only 2 days after.
2 days after. And it was so fun. It's fun. Like, I really loved that episode. And I hope other people did too. I just feel like our moms were so fun and I just love them so much.
I know. We were texting and we were like, it's sort of like the in-laws are meeting. Like our parents have never met. If you can believe, our parents have never met in person before, or like even, well, virtually a little bit through trivia, I guess.
Yeah, I think my family joined 2 or 3 times, maybe.
But they've never like really interacted one-on-one, which is kind of crazy to say. So it was really, we were like, do you think our moms are going to get along? Do you think they're going to like each other?
And I think they did. We got off. My mom was like, I feel like me and Pam have a lot in common. I said, you do.
They do. They're both badass bitches who raised some of the most annoying eldest daughters.
And for that, I give them credit for learning to deal with us.
Truly, like all of the Mother's Day props to them for having to have us as their first children. Like God was testing them. I'll tell you what.
God was testing them for sure. We'll be having a Babysitter's Day, Father's Day episode as well, I think. And I think people are going to like that one a lot too.
That one's going to be kind of crazy because both of our moms love to talk a lot. And our dads, men of few words.
Famously don't love to talk.
Famously, men of very few words. So we're going to really have to come with a lot of questions for them because they're not going to be able to just roll with the punches. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I think Mike could. He's opening up like a lotus blossom. He is blooming. He's just a late bloomer in the chatty Cathy field, you know? No, truly, when I was growing up, it was like a common thing for my friends to be like, I've actually never had a conversation with your dad. Like, your dad doesn't talk to me. I don't think he likes me. And I'd be like, no, he doesn't talk. Like, that's just kind of it. And like, I think it's within the past like 5-ish years that even like Liz, who, you know, I've known since kindergarten, was like, I think I just had my first conversation with your dad. Like, she like left one time and texted me and was like, oh my God, I can't believe how much your dad just talked. And I was like, yeah, I know. Nick helped move me into my first apartment in Boston, and he and I had just started dating, and he rode in like the moving van with my dad.
I remember this.
Didn't talk for 45 whole minutes. Nick, who could talk to a brick wall, is like, so. But he's grown a lot.
Now they're best buds.
Now they talk more than my dad talks to me. And my dad likes to chat now. So I think that we can get him chit-chatting.
You know what I think it is? I think it's as they've come in. My dad just retired. Your dad is out of retirement. He was retired, semi-retired.
We're unsure where he's at.
Now he's not.
That is his pending.
We never really know what Mike is up to financially.
He likes to keep us on our toes.
But I think it feels like in retirement, because my dad is more chatty too, but I think as they lose this kind of work environment conversationalists, like they're like, oh, actually, I do like to talk. It's just I have to talk all day at work, and now I want to talk to someone else. So
I also think that, like, this sounds bad, but like, I think that my dad now sees me and my brother as like humans and not just like stupid idiot kids. You know what I mean? Like, he's like, worthy of a conversation now. Like, these are like people now. Like, these are people now. And I think that like we're able to have conversations now, whereas like before it was very much like parent-child.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like, I actually don't think we have anything in common.
Well, you heard my
Um,
mom. She tried to leave me with my dad one day after she went back to work, and he had to call her and tell her
she
to
said,
come pick me
no.
up. So that if
My
that
mom
tells
used
you
to have to,
anything.
like, gun to my dad's head to get him to play Barbies with me. She's like, "You have to play with her." And he's like, "Do I fucking have to?" But I also think that, like, I mean, you heard my mom on the Mother's Day episode. Like, she and my dad were both itching to get out of the town that I grew up in.
Mhm.
And I think that he was just like, I actually have nothing to say.
Yeah.
Like, I have nothing to talk about here because I am not in my element. And now that they live on the Cape, I just think he's like so much happier and like freer and is just like enjoying life more.
Yeah.
And so now he has like more to say.
Yeah, I agree.
And I get that. When I'm depressed, don't talk to me. So unfortunately, I think my dad was just in like depressed my whole life because he was not
I don't know if
happy in
that's
Westwood.
true because I think even when you're depressed, you're always talking to me.
Well, that's different. That's different.
I
I'm
saw
always talking to you, but you're kind of like we're both kind of each other's human journals.
100%. I saw a TikTok that was like, oh, hanging out with my friend tomorrow. And she goes, oh, thank God we have so much to catch up on. As if we're not in constant contact on every single platform available to us. And she's like, but yes, we do have so much to catch up on. And I was like, that is me and Kate every time we hang out.
It's as if I haven't talked to you in a year. Every time we're in the same room, and I'm like, that's crazy because I've talked to you every single day without fail my entire life. Like, you went literally on vacation and I was like, I'm lost.
I'm lost without you.
Like, I'm thinking about when you went to like Costa Rica even. Like, and I was just like, it's been too many days. Here's the thing, when I get depressed, I'm chit-chatting. I'm telling you every thought that's in my head because I need to get it out. When you are depressed, you don't talk.
I'm radio silent.
You are in your own universe. And if we are depressed at the same time, that's not a good situation. That's not a good combo. Because I am just writing in a journal.
Kate's spiraling. She's trying
My
to, and I'm just
digital
like,
diary. Our digital diary. My digital diary is our text conversation. Blue. Miles of blue. It is just literally me having so many conversations with myself, just absolutely asking questions. I'm answering them. I am throwing out talking prompts. I am responding to them. I am asking questions about problems and I'm solving those problems. I am asking for advice. I'm giving myself advice. I'm not following that advice. I'm wondering what's going on. So I give myself new advice and I work on it. Like, I'm going through it. I'm in the trenches in our text threads and you have not one thing to say. And then eventually you'll say, so sorry. And then you'll answer like the latest text. And I'm like, well, that actually is not good enough. I have several days worth of things I need your thoughts on.
It's really hard because you are someone who you love to just, you double text me all the time. That's fine. We double text each other.
Yeah.
But I'm also sometimes where if I'm hanging out with other people, like I'm not really looking at my phone. And so like recently Kate texted me. You texted me about not being able to come to my birthday party. She texted me and she was like, I'm so sorry. She sent me this long text. Keep context. I was at dinner with my friends and my phone was at 2% battery. And I was like, okay, like I read it at the nail salon. I couldn't reply because I was getting my nails done, obviously. Like my hands were tied. And Kate sends me this really long text message about how she's so sorry and she wishes she could come. And she's like, I feel so bad. And I just don't reply. Because I literally just was like, oh, like, obviously, like, to me, I was like, it's fine, like, not a big deal. Like, I didn't imagine, like, I know you have homie, like, not a big deal. In my brain, I was like, no big deal, like, I'll get back to it. Not a big deal for Kate.
Narrator, it was a big deal. I'm sitting absolutely stewing. I am stewing in my emotions. Meanwhile, we're in several group chats. Who is responding in the group chats? Nicole.
I just forgot.
Sending TikToks in our group chats? Nicole. And I'm sitting here like, I've been canceled. I am the worst friend in the world. I was like, I'm going to have to like get an Uber helicopter to get me to New York really quick on Sunday, be there for a couple hours, take the chopper back home. Like, I am literally running down every list of possibilities for how I can be there, because I was like, she's going to be so mad. She shows up to everything. I have historically showed up to everything. This is like the thing that I couldn't show up for. I'm literally an asshole. And it's 2 days before the party, and I'm just now telling her. And I'm literally, so I'm texting my mom. I'm like, I think Nicole hates me. I'm like, I think Nicole's really mad at me. I don't know what to do. And
I'm so
and then
I'm
like,
so here it's Friday night. Kate has texted me. I have taken an edible and we're going through naming all of my paintings. This is for my gallery opening. So I'm like going through them. And roommate Carly is on the couch, and I go, Carly, can you text Kate and tell her that I saw her text message? Not to worry about it. I'm not mad. I just haven't responded yet. Because my phone was charging in the other room, and had taken an edible, and I was naming all the paintings. And she's like, she's gonna kill you. What do you mean you haven't texted her back about this? And I was like, I'm sorry, I just forgot.
Carly knows me, okay? Carly gets it. Carly knows. She knows what you did. I'm like, wait, I'm actually looking because I'm pretty sure it was not nighttime. You were not at dinner.
No, you texted me in the afternoon. I was getting my nails done.
Oh, yeah.
I read it, and then my phone was literally about to die. And I was like, I'll just respond to this later. Because again, in my brain, it was not a big deal. Like, I knew that I have figured that you guys weren't coming. Like, it was not a big deal to me. So I didn't see the urgency. And then I was like, Kate's probably stressed. Actually, I do need to reply to her. I'm remembering that now.
It was like 4:30 p.m. And I was literally just spinning like a top. Your girl was crashing out. I'm like, Nick, I gotta get down there. And he's like, hey, that actually really sucks for me if you have to leave. Because you were just gone, and you're gonna be gone for 4 days this week. And I'm a single dad who works 2 jobs, loves his kids, and never stops. But I really wish that you would be here. And then he was like, but I get it. You gotta do what you gotta do. We can't have Nicole mad at you. And I was like, I know. I was like, I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. And finally I get the text from Carly. And I was like, thank God. I was like, a weight has been lifted. I have been Atlas holding up the world. The weight of the world on my shoulders. And then she goes, I literally was just like, thought it was no big deal. And I was like, actually, you have no idea how big of a deal it was to me. But anyways, then it was fine.
It was fine. I don't even know how we got on this subject, but
no, I don't either. But that was the craziest.
Long story short, respond to your friends' text messages, but also give your friends the benefit of the doubt, because in my mind, again, not a big deal.
Well, it wouldn't have been. I would have not been alarmed if you hadn't responded to group chats and like sent Snapchats.
That's fair.
Until I was like, it's me.
That's fair. It's fair. It's like, valid. So
then I was trying to like respond to things that she was saying in the group chat. I'm trying to send her funny things on Instagram to see. I'm like testing the waters to see if she'll answer me. And it's all coincidence. I'm literally checking in with people. I'm like, do you think I'm an asshole? Like, am I?
She's writing like a Reddit thread. Am I the asshole?
Yeah, so I'm
looking at AITA, female 30, friends with female 31 and a half, can't make it to her birthday party. Now she's mad at me.
Can't make it to her 5 months belated birthday party. Like, have already given her my gifts, but should I just still sell my kidney to get here? Am I the asshole? No, I was absolutely crashing out.
Well, long story short, you're not an asshole. I love you forever and ever and ever.
Okay, I love you too.
Even though sometimes when I'm depressed, I don't respond to text messages.
And we circled it back around. There we go. There was the time. We closed
that loop. Okay.
We have to talk about the big
We got to talk
things.
about the big things.
Two big
There are at
things
least
have
two big
happened.
things that I'd like to discuss on the podcast today. And for one of those is Chicago Pope. Secondly is my run-in with my knight at Medieval Times. My knight in shining armor.
Her literal knight in shining armor. Was it shiny?
I was a little banged up, but I think that that's
Her knight in some dull
I think
armor.
it's just an indicator of how valiant he fights, you know?
So
He's just
true.
really getting down and dirty with it. Context, if anyone did not see the Instagram story this weekend, I was out in New Jersey. I went to Medieval Times for a friend's birthday party. Side note, it's side quest summer. We are getting into all of the crazy wacky things that we want to do. We're getting out of the city. We're doing it for the plot. You're just kind of seeing where the day takes you. Okay. So I'm in
It's basically a mess around day, but on an entire season.
Exactly. So we're off in New Jersey for my friend's birthday for Medieval Times. And a week or so prior, I have matched with a man on Tinder. Now, let's be clear. I knew he worked at Medieval Times. All of his photos are him in the varying night outfits at Medieval Times. Okay, his bio is I ride horses and swing swords around.
Kind of ideal.
Kind of
To
ideal.
be honest.
He's handsome. He's a handsome man, and I'm like, my bio is I'm looking for a hot weirdo. Okay, to me, that's a hot weirdo.
That's a hot weirdo.
You know,
for
maybe
sure.
he's trying to make it on Broadway too. Like, we don't know what he's up to. Okay, like, hey, maybe he does want to just that was his dream as a child. He wants to be a knight at Medieval Times. Okay,
And you want to know what? I feel like he's actually making the childhood dreams happen.
Yeah.
Like he is tapping into his own sense of childlike wonder and whimsy.
Yeah.
Like what did you want to be when you were growing up? You might have said a princess. Boys sometimes would say knights. And guess what he's doing? He's making his dreams a reality, and he's saying, actually, the societal constructs that are around me are not going to trap me. I will not be a banker. I will not be a lawyer, a doctor. I'm actually going to go with my heart.
Yeah.
My childhood heart, and I will be a knight.
Exactly. And to me, that's sexy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's sexy.
Man, that knows what he wants. Goes after it.
You know what? I was like, you'll probably go to the Ren Fair with me and dress up. You know what I mean?
Obviously.
You know what I mean? Like, he would commit to the bit. So I'm like, this is hot to me. Okay.
It wouldn't even be a bit to him.
No, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. He probably just borrow some of the costuming from Medieval Times.
He's not borrowing shit.
I could probably get a tiara from there. Okay. Anyway, so we're at Medieval Times, and if you've never been, if you're listening to this and you're like, what the fuck is Medieval Times? Medieval Times is dinner theater where you go and you sit in this big arena and they serve you food and you eat with your hands and you drink out of a chalice and you watch knights joust and like do competition in front of the king and the queen. Okay, it's dinner theater. It's dinner and a show.
Unfair indoors.
Exactly. So I'm like, you know what? Chances are he's probably not going to be working. Like, what are the chances? Like, no. So we sit down, we're seated in the blue section. How it goes is there's 6 sections, they're all different colors, and like that's who the knight you're cheering for is, and then one of them wins at the end, right? And it's basically like wrestling. It's professional wrestling, it's scripted. They're doing fake moves. Like someone is already scripted to win at the end, right? Spoiler alert.
Whoa.
Spoiler alert. So we're
breaking the fourth wall. That is crazy.
Of course, I've bought a bottle of wine. We're in New Jersey. The liquor prices in New Jersey dirt cheap compared to New York. So I'm getting sloshed at.
You're getting. I'm sorry. What were you getting? Are you right now?
Sloshed at Medieval Times in New Jersey,
as one does.
Trot, trot, trot. They all come out, and I lean over to Carly and I go, I think that's my man. I think that's him. And he comes out and everyone in the group is like, that's definitely him. And I was like, I'm literally screaming. So I send a message on Tinder during the show and I go, seated in blue tonight, but rooting for you. He was not in my section. He was not my knight in my section. And just, continuously having a good time. And so the show ends. he gets killed off inevitably. He doesn't win. I consider unmatching him. How can I date a loser who's just not winning? And
Clearly his armor is dulled because he's getting knocked off his horse a lot.
exactly. And so I look at my messages like post the show, and during the show, while he had been killed off, he responded to me, LMAO, hey. And I was just I'm literally screaming.
That's actually perfect response.
Literally.
On his part. Perfect response.
So then I reply. So during part of the show, there's a section where the knights choose a maiden from their section to give like a flower to or whatever it is.
No, they ask for her favor. Obviously, have you ever seen Game of Thrones?
Okay, whatever it is. I was drunk. Don't remember the specifics of this.
Actually, as a Renaissance fair expert, I go frequently and I know these things.
Okay, fact checking. And so I replied, I said, I don't know, you chose another woman tonight. Don't think we can get past this. To which he replies, oh my God, I'm so sorry. They don't let me choose someone outside of my section. Boy, I'm familiar with how it works. Like, it's not this serious. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. So we're waiting, like, people, it's like everyone's leaving. It's crowded. We're like, finishing up our drinks, going to the bathroom, waiting till it clears out so we can call an Uber. And all of the knights in the show and all of the characters are kind of like milling around, and you can like take photos with
They're
them.
obviously getting photos and autographs.
Yeah, it's an autograph session. Okay, so you can take photos and whatever with them. And
this is kind of giving fanfic with like a boy band member, like after the show. It's kind of working.
It's like, I'm not like other girls, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not making it about me.
And
so I'm like, spiritually, I can't engage with this right now. Like, I just like, I can't deal with like seeing him in person right now. Like, I was just like, after the messages, like, I just like, I can't do this right now. So one of our friends, Travis, he just goes up to him and takes a selfie. He's gone for like 5 minutes. He comes back. He comes storming up to me, and I go, what did you do? And he goes, I took a photo. And I'm like, you're unbelievable. So I like peek around the corner. All of the village harlots, all of the village wenches taking photos with my man. I'm like, what do you know about him? What do you know about my man? Like, he's obviously the hottest knight in the group. Like, of course, I have taste. I have, I see the vision. Like, I know this.
Contrary to popular belief.
I know Kate doesn't believe it, but you do have good taste. And so we're like milling around, and at one point he's like standing behind me, and I turned to like look for Allison, and he's like right there, and I'm like, oh, and I was like, I can't do this. And so Carly takes a photo of me with him in the background, and I go, we leave, and I say, hey, send me your phone number. Like, I have a photo for you. Winky face. Obviously, it's suggestive.
Obviously.
I sent him the photo, no context, of him behind me. And he just goes, oh no, with a bunch of O's. And I say, I think our first photo together looks really nice. And in my defense, you were too popular tonight, didn't have time to come say hi. And he left me on red. So
honestly, this sounds like a book. The night that left me on red.
The night who ghosted. Like, it was so silly. It was so funny. And like, ultimately at the end of the day, like, how funny of a story is it to be like, hey, one of my Tinder matches literally fighting for my honor tonight at Medieval Times.
Wow, want to know what I can't wait to do is revisit this story on our Father's Day episode with my dad, who famously was kicked out of Medieval Times.
No, it was not Medieval Times. It was Medieval Manor.
Medieval Manor. Same kind of thing.
Speaking of revisiting, during that section where they're like asking for getting the woman's favor, I was like, guys, imagine it. A year from now, we've been dating. We're so happy. We're so in love. You guys are all at the show. It's a surprise. He
It's your
proposes
wedding.
to me during this part of the show. He doesn't have the little thing. He has a ring. And everyone was like, that's actually insane. And I would love to be a part of that.
I would literally die.
So, we'll see if he comes back around. He might just be busy doing knight in shining armor things. You never know. But that's what you missed on Glee.
One of my favorite dating stories of yours. You are endlessly entertaining with the stories of your dating escapades.
The escapades, they continue despite my best effort. I'm currently texting a man who I'm considering taking on as a lover. We talked about this in the sense that I don't think I really want them to be my boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing I'm struggling with right now is that I'm really not sure if I like the men that I go on dates with or if I just like myself because I have a good time on the dates. Because I'm asking good questions. I know how to be a good conversationalist. Like, I'm making myself laugh, right? Like, they're there and they're engaging a little bit, but they're not the driving force behind why I'm excited about it. So I'm like, maybe I just need a man to have sex with. And that's it. So we were trying out maybe taking on a lover. However, he's been texting me so dry, literally so boring. And like, while again, I'm like, I don't need you to be texting me all the time, but like, don't text me, hey, and then not ask me a question. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to sleep with you, I at least want you to be like mildly interesting so that I can have a conversation with you when we go out, inevitably. Not thrilled about that. He might be kicked to the curb before he even gets the chance to try.
His loss.
And it's, well, the thing is he did have a photo at the Miami Grand Prix with the Daniel Ricciardo. And I said, you could work with me. But I think he's just boring, unfortunately.
Maybe he's a bad texter.
No, because he's the one who texts me first.
Oh. Yeah, but you know how some people are just weird over text?
I guess.
You're sometimes weird over text.
Yeah, but you know me. Like,
yeah, I know, but if I didn't, I'd be like, is she even interested in me? You know what I'm saying?
Our last conversation was this. I said, what did you get up to this weekend? Because he had texted me. And he said, I spent some time with my family yesterday, which was nice. How about you? Okay, decent. And I said, that's nice, assuming your family lives nearby then. And I said, bopped around, went to Medieval Times, saw friends, the usual. And he said, nah, but they made a trip here. That sounds fun. That's it. I said, I'm not replying to that.
Right, like, okay, they made a trip here from where? That sounds fun. What's Medieval Manor if he doesn't know? Like, yeah, there's no continuation.
No. So I'm like, I'm not doing the labor here. Like, again, I don't even like you that much. We've never even met in person. Like, don't ask me to carry on the conversation.
Yeah.
So dating is on a pause right now. I'm very much over the dating apps.
That's fair.
I think I need to figure out an IRL situation.
I think I agree with that for you.
Do I need to get business cards? Do I need to get a little stamp? Like, what do I need to be doing? I saw something.
What did the Etsy psychic say? Join community events, go to local classes, go to community things.
You're so right.
You need to just put yourself out there in your community.
You're so right. We need to fall back.
That you needed to volunteer. You need to, go places and participate.
You're right, Mom. I will say that I am very much just like, I feel like I'm coming into a new era of myself where I'm feeling very confident in my abilities to meet someone IRL. I heard a podcast recently that was saying that in social situations where women are trying to signal to men that they're interested, they were like, how many times do you think that you need to signal to a man that you would be interested in him approaching you? What do you think that number is?
At least 15.
The answer is 29. Over a 5-minute period. Are you insane?
Were you just staring at this man? Or you just...
I guess. I'm just like, that's like actually insane behavior that I have to look at you 30 times in 5 minutes before you decide that you want to come speak to me. Like, no wonder people aren't meeting in real life if that's like the barometer.
Well, to be fair, it did take me 3 full months
True.
to get Nick to realize that I would like him to approach me. And then he was just Twitter DMing me. So, not even IRL. So...
Yeah, but you got there. Now you're married still.
It does. Well, I'm just saying. Case in point, it does take a while.
Hey, I'm all for a slow burn, baby. Don't get me wrong, for a slow burn, but the 30 times in 5 minutes is crazy.
That is a lot. That is crazy.
I'm already moved on at that point. So now I have to figure out. Again, it's on me. I guess I have to be the one to approach people. I have to do. If you want it done right, do it yourself. I guess.
Amen.
At the end of the day.
At the end of the day, there'll be nothing but nothing.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's what you've always said.
I have always said that.
Okay, enough about my dating woes. We can.
It's kind of fun, though.
And everyone is still in the DMs. So many people, after talking about this weekend, people in the DMs are like, we're still waiting to hear about the lawyer's band name.
And they'll stay waiting.
And I said, no free promo. You shan't be hearing about it. I'll tell you what, he's not getting any new fans from me.
No.
He had the chance. He had the chance to have me as a wag and have me as a supporter and promoter, and he lost that.
He lost it. What about the other guy?
I told you remember when we were filming our Met Gala episode? He ghosted me.
And still?
Yeah.
You guys, I just need you to know. This is a man. Granted, he did recently move to New York. How many weeks ago? At least a month, I believe.
Okay, he moved. He was.
No, let me finish.
No. I'm clarifying. He was in Harlem. He was renting an Airbnb.
This is making it worse. This is making it worse.
For a month. Had no furniture. Then he moved to Bushwick.
And let me tell you, not only is his mattress on the ground, granted, that's fine. I myself have waited on a bed frame in my day. But Nicole, he didn't have sheets. He didn't have sheets. Not a sheet to be found. Nary a sheet in sight in this man's bedroom. He had a bare mattress.
And bare pillows.
That's psychotic. That's literally psychopathic. He'd been in this apartment for at least a week at this point. Amazon exists. You can get sheets the same day, most likely
delivered straight to your house. You don't even have to go anywhere.
Same day delivery. And the audacity for a man that not only doesn't have a bed frame, but doesn't have sheets or pillowcases on his bed to ghost you. The woman was too stunned to speak. It's because his lesbian sister came to visit that weekend, and she was like, absolutely set this woman free. She does not need to be dealing with your ass.
She said, you better not text her back. Let her go.
If you love her, let her go. My God.
To be fair, in my defense, he did warn me about it before. I did go back to his place. So I went. I don't know if that's in my defense.
That's not in your defense at all, babe. I would just quit while you're
I think.
I'll just quit while you're behind, honestly. Like, you're digging the grave so much deeper that you went willingly and then got ghosted. Like, he warned you about this, and I just think, regardless of if he warned you and you went knowing, the fact still remains that he didn't have sheets on.
I know, but it actually makes me look worse that I said, yeah, guys, it's so hard out here, okay?
She's contemplating taking on a lover, and what she didn't know was this man was homeless and broke into this apartment. Like,
I'm living a real. I'm like this. I live in Girls. Like Girls is based off of my life right now. Okay, like it's so fucking hard out here. I gotta sleep with a man with no sheets.
and meanwhile, this man also says he doesn't understand sarcasm. So this was a lose-lose situation all around. He doesn't speak the same language as Nicole, and he has a naked mattress and naked
And
pillows.
keep in mind too that
And another
and
thing.
another thing while we're at it, we had planned a second date, nicest day of the year in New York. Okay, by far. I have a friend's birthday. I have to leave early to go to the friend's birthday. Keep in mind, he did ask me to go to the zoo, which was very exciting. I'm excited by the zoo date. I leave my friend's birthday party, and in the middle, I'm coming back on the train. He texts me, "Hey, sorry, I have to cancel. I'm sick." I'm sorry. It's the nicest day of the year, and you're going to cancel on me an hour before I'm supposed to meet you? Fuck off.
And you just did what? Did you just realize you were sick? What
Literally.
happened
He's like,
here?
"Oh, I'm sorry. I was just deciding if I was like could make it or not." Okay, get wrecked. So then I tell my friends about this, and everyone's like, you shan't be going on a second date with him then. And I was like, you guys are right. I'm not going on a second date with this man. He texts
And
me
then what
and
did you
he
do?
texts me and he follows up and he says, "Hey, do you want to get dinner?" And I'm like, a man hasn't actually asked me out on a dinner date in years. Probably 10 full years. A man has not asked me on a dinner date. Okay. So I'm like, okay, well, he's following up now and he's asking me to dinner. Green flag. We'll go. Okay.
Yeah, he knew he had to overcompensate before he broke the news that he was squatting.
So we had a good time. We had a good time. I had a great time. I don't regret it. It's fine. He ghosted me. Not that big of a deal. I don't think I liked him that much anyway. Again, coming back to why we started this conversation is that I can't tell if I like the men that I'm on dates with or if I just like myself. So, age
You
will
have actually no idea how not to not to quote Ted Lasso, but you have no idea how healthy that actually is, Nicole.
I'm like, yeah, I guess like it's nice, but like the reason I have so much fun is because like I'm a fun person, you know?
I agree with that.
And like obviously there are men that I have been on dates with where I'm very much like I don't like you. The vibes you're putting off are rancid. We have nothing in common. Like this is a bad time. But if they're just
And I
average,
think you also have had dates where you really have genuinely liked the
yeah,
man, aka
we're not getting into it again. I'm moved on. And so that was the thing is I'm just like, okay, well, if that exists, then I think there are men out there that I actually would like. And I don't think the people that I'm hanging out with currently are the ones that are for me. So it's just a lot of deep contemplation work that I have to do. But it's fine. I'm not in a rush. I'm having a good time. I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm doing fun things. I don't
and that's all that you can really ask for in life.
literally
What else do you need?
nothing. But I will say we've got people in the DM saying it's crazy that you're not wiped up yet. And to them I say you're right. Okay? You're right.
It's because no one is worthy of her, guys.
You guys could be doing me a service and you could be sending eligible bachelors my way, but what are we doing? Everyone always says don't know any. Great, thanks. Thanks for that. So helpful. Back to the streets of Bushwick I go. Okay? To find a man with no sheets.
Well, you gotta just carry around. It's a Bushwick dating survival guide, and you have a backpack with sheets in it, hand sanitizer, laundry detergent in case he hasn't done laundry that
An
day.
emergency UTI pill. Okay.
And surely at least 7 different types of condoms.
Literally. Okay.
So we won't be having a mistake today.
Okay, before we
Anyway,
wrap
there's a
up
new pope.
today, I want to talk about Chicago Pope. Okay, the new sitcom
Chicago
coming to
Pope.
NBC 8/7 Central on Wednesdays. Chicago Pope is quite literally everything to me personally. And for those of you guys who don't know, which would be quite literally insane. The Vatican finished their conclave in record time this year. This year, this season, this Pope,
This
this
time?
time.
I think it would
Um,
be this time.
it one day, 24 hours and 27 minutes. Okay,
Unanimous decision, Chicago.
Chicago. Bob is our new Pope. Bob, aka
I
Leo.
actually can't. Pope Bob.
Pope Bob, aka Pope Leo. One of my favorite things to come out of this is that a text from our friend's dad saying Vegas had no one betting on the Pope picking Leo as the name, and this guy only had a 7% chance of being the Pope. That's crazy that
Crazy odds.
we're doing betting on the Pope. Okay, what has the world turned into? But I don't know. I find it funny.
Hysterical. No, that's hysterical.
So it feels like a little bit like an insane thing to have an American Pope because, like, it just doesn't feel like a thing that should be allowed, you know?
No, 100%, especially our standing in the world right now, that we have no business having another man in power
No.
on the world stage. We have no business putting another man on the world stage. Let's be clear. Get him out of there. Like, I'm nervous. This can either go really well or it can go really bad. He can either make us look good or he can just reaffirm all of the bad things.
I think it's going to be the former. I think he's going to make us look good. I saw he got elected because he was like kind of Francis's right-hand man and like really helped instill a lot of the cardinals that were voting, right? So, of course he was going to win. He's the reason all of those bitches have jobs. Okay? So that makes sense.
But he's the majority whip.
Yeah, exactly. But also I saw a quote from someone and I can't remember who it's from. So forgive me, but it was saying that I want to say like
bless me, Father, for I have sinned.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. That the Vatican would not elect a U.S. Pope until the U.S. was in decline because they would not want to give the U.S. The political power and the power of the Roman Catholic Church. And so
they literally just called us fucking losers to our face.
Unfortunately, guys, it's time. So the trade-off is we now get religious power, I guess. But people were saying it's kind of the antithesis to the evangelical Christians that are coming out of the US, which we all know are like not real Christians. And they're like, he can stand up to Trump in this like crazy narrative that they're trying to construe about Catholicism and Christianity in the world. And so we'll see how it plays out. I mean, he's already up here being like, we're looking at his tweets. He's tweeting at JD Vance being like, kill yourself. So I don't know. I think it's going to be good for us. People are generally like, hey, he's still bad. And I'm like, fork, fountain, and kitchen, it's still an organized religion. Okay, Catholicism, Christianity has been around for a long time. And we're obviously not to compare Christianity to women drivers in Formula One, but progress over perfection, babes. Okay, like let's take baby steps and let's be happy with what we've got so far because it's not going to change overnight.
Yeah, amen. Amen to that.
And I've just been loving all of the Chicago Pope memes because, like, obviously, as someone from Chicago, like, hearing from his brothers about, like, you know, he's like, well, his brother was like, well, I'm going to hell because what? I used to beat my brother up and now he's the Pope? Like, okay, like, now I have a spot in hell because I beat up the future Pope. I just think there's a brand of comedy that we are getting with this American Pope that
100%
we've never seen before.
We've never seen this before. My mom was saying she sent you a meme of the Pope holding like the wafer for communion, but it was a deep dish pizza.
Yeah. She was like, thought of you. And I was like, yeah, exactly. I said,
this is my brand.
The Bears are going to win a Super Bowl. Okay. Straight from God's mouth to the Pope's ears. Okay. Bears are going to the Super
Bears.
Bowl. put your bets on, go to Vegas, put your bets on it now. It's happening. The beef that's been happening between the Cubs and the Sox about whether who could claim him as a fan has been so hysterical. I just think that we deserved this. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
After the first 5 months of this year being what they have been, we deserved a silly little goofy break on the internet where we get to chat shit about the Pope being American.
It just feels wrong to say that. Like, it just actually sounds incorrect.
And like I texted Kate, I think we manifested this a little bit. We've always been kind of riffing on the Pope, not riffing on the Pope, but kind of just being like,
we're riffing on the Pope.
You know, people almost canceled us for talking about the Pope one time, and
now he's ours.
So yeah, that is my Pope, actually, and I will continue to speak on
actually him. Nothing but respect for my Pope.
I bet you somewhere along the lines we're probably related.
And guess what? If this Pope touched my hand, I might never wash it.
Hey, I get it.
Check how I get it.
I bet you someone in my life knows someone who knows someone who knows him. Okay?
100%. Well, that's how I'm feeling right now about Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Everyone knows everyone.
Speak on that. Are you going to be on the Real Housewives of Rhode Island?
Angling my way in.
Okay, that's the new goal. We got to get Kate on I'll be in Real Housewives of New York.
Perfect.
And you can be in Rhode Island.
Okay, yeah, call them up.
And then we'll do a swap.
A crossover episode, obviously. We'll also do Real Housewives wife swap.
Yeah. I do have to get a husband first, I think, for that to happen, but
I don't think necessarily, because the rumor is that Paige DeSorbo is going to be on New York and she doesn't have a husband.
Well, that's not a wife swap then.
You're right. Well, I'm just saying to get on the show.
Is that I go take care of Nick and hang out with Nick, and Kate gets a break, and she's just single in New York for a little bit.
Shake on it.
Don't tempt me with a good time.
But yeah, no, everyone at my job, because we're based obviously in Rhode Island, everyone knows someone who is on the show. It's so funny. So I will be angling my way in.
Okay, perfect. I can't wait.
I have connects.
I can't wait for this journey for you.
I can't speak on them publicly, but I do have connections.
Speaking of reality shows, I think this year you need to get into Love Island.
Okay, I can probably do that.
So then we can just talk about Love Island every now and again on the pod, because it's my favorite thing to do during the summer is just rot and watch Love Island.
I could probably get into that, I think.
Almost every night of the week.
Well, that is just a lot. That actually might turn me off. That's a big commitment.
Here's the thing, though, is that you don't actually really need to watch it. Like, you don't have to, like, pay attention to the whole thing. So, like, it's good background. So, like, a lot of times I'll just watch, like, a couple episodes in a row. And sometimes I'll just, like, fast forward through things because I'm like, this isn't that important. Because you're basically 24-hour live feeding on these people. So that's why it is basically every day.
We'll see about it.
Okay.
We'll see. I may check it out, but I can't make any promises.
That's fine.
I also am going to be really busy. I'm starting Brandon Sanderson.
Oh, that's right.
So I actually am booked and busy.
How fun of the two of us doing something fun with our brothers.
I know, you're playing video games with your brother, and me and David are having a book club. He's like, we'll have to text each other every time we get to a new like part, because it's like part 1, part 2, part 3. But he is finishing his book tonight that he's currently reading, and then we are jumping into Mistborn, and I'm very excited.
I love that. I can't wait to hear how it goes.
So excited. Yeah, it should be fun. Maybe I'll have David on, and we'll do a little book club episode.
Okay, well, I have to read it too.
Kate and Dave, or if you want to take a break one week, I can have him on as a guest, and it can be Kate and David's
book nook,
Brandon Sando book club.
Perfect.
Yeah, he said, I'm learning the lingo now because he's also he's reading a different Brandon Sanderson right now. That's like a standalone, I think.
Okay.
And he's like, yeah, I've learned that it's called getting sandoed, when in the last like 20% of the book, everything hits the fan. I said, yeah, I'm familiar with Sarah J. Maas's work.
Okay, please. You're not special. You're not special.
Yeah, I've been massacred before, okay? I'm familiar with the work. I'm familiar with the concept. Thanks, though.
Massacred is so good.
Thanks, it just really came to me. I've been massacred.
Speaking of that bitch.
Okay, yeah, can you explain the beef? Do we hate her?
Oh, I realized no one responded to you in the group chat.
No. Famously, no one's responding to me ever. I'm always asking questions and no one is deeming me worthy of a response.
Okay, context is that May 5th was the 10-year anniversary of ACOTAR being released for the first time. For when ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses got published. Correct. And as part of that, all of these giant books, like giant ACOTAR kind of like sculpture, like book sculptures, started popping up in bookstores around the country. Mm-hmm. They were all out to like different pages, like different quotes. Bloomsbury, I don't remember who the publisher, Bloomsbury Books, I think, did this whole like night court display. Like it was this whole big thing. And they were like, get ready, get ready, get ready. Everyone was like, ACOTAR 6 release, ACOTAR 6 announcement, please, please, please. Like, what better time to do it than on the anniversary? There was theories about, because May 1st is Calanmai, and there was all of these theories around like, okay, like Calanmai is the...
Once again, bamboozled by our own theories.
Literally, they're like, Calanmai is the halfway point between the beginning of spring and the beginning of summer. And I was like, okay, we're thinking about Spring Court, we're thinking about Elaine, it's her book, like we're like all of these theories, like it makes perfect sense. Nothing. Okay, so we're like, all right, well, we still got May 5th. We'll always have May 5th. Let's see what happens. Nothing. And they made the dumbest fucking TikTok edit that I could have done as blind, like if I was blind. Like it was not good at all. It was horrible. They paid probably a 6th grader to do it. Actually, you know what? A 6th grader could probably do a better job. And that was it. That's all we got. Sarah didn't post about anything. She didn't say thanks for 10 wonderful years of ACOTAR. Good things coming soon. Like just radio silence from her. So yeah, we're beefing with that bitch. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? It's been a year and a half now since Crescent City 2 has come out. I'll just be happy with a date. Like
literally, or like a name, or like a year. just give me the general year.
Just anything. I'll take anything at this point. And she's giving us nothing. Zilch, radio silence. So, Rebecca, you better hope I don't see you on the streets because I'm gonna cost you.
Rebecca now.
Sorry. That's how mad I am.
I mean, she's always got it out for
okay, yeah. You know what, Rebecca
Yarros. Actually, you might think we're talking about Sarah J. Maas, but I'm always thinking about Rebecca Yarros and how she's going to catch these hands.
So she's going to catch these hands, but Sarah, you're also going to catch these hands because if you don't give us a book release date soon.
And you want to know who else?
Going loco.
Let's check in on our other...
Spark of the Everflame.
Author Pencole.
See what's Pencole?
I haven't even followed her. She doesn't get a follow from me until she fucking does something. Well, you want to know what's crazy? Is that remember last year when we were like, how insane would it be if we had to wait until July 2025 when she was doing that event in the UK? And we were like, that'd be way too long. Like, that would be so fucked up. And now I'm like, we'll be fucking lucky if we get it then. I just am like so mad. All these authors are actually, you want to know what? This is why I'm on the Brandon Sanderson train. And I hate to say that I'm switching allegiances to a man, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
Desperate times calling for desperate measures, okay?
And this is desperate. I am desperate. I am desperate at the moment. And I just think that everyone is fucked up right now. It's all fucked up.
Everyone's up.
You guys, I gotta get out of here. I'm all heated now.
All right, let's get out of here. This has been another episode of See You on the Internet with Kate and Nicole.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to See You on the Internet.
To keep up with the fun between episodes, make sure to follow us at See You on the Internet Pod on both Instagram and TikTok.
And to join in on the fun on the podcast itself, call the Kate and Nicole hotline at 646-780-9063 or email us at hi@seeyouontheinternetpod.com.
We'll be back with a new episode soon, but in the meantime, we'll see you on the internet.